Australia, famous for kangaroos and vast deserts, but hidden far from the tourist maps. There's something unbelievable. A forgotten graveyard of classic cars, abandoned like ghosts of the past. Welcome to the land of kangaroos and forgotten legends. Deep in the heart of Australia, beyond the golden deserts and silent highways, lies a place where time itself seems to have stopped. A secret graveyard of classic cars, rusting, hidden, and untouched for decades. What happened here? And why were these machines left to die in the wild? Deep in the Australian Outback, where the red earth meets endless sky, there lies a graveyard of metal, memories, and motors. Once the roar of engines echoed across these roads, now only the wind remains. Welcome to Australia's hidden car graveyard. Australia's car culture once roared with pride. Holden, Ford Australia, Valiant. These names meant freedom, speed, the open road. Families, workers, weekend warriors drove them. But as time changed, so did the roads. Remote highways grew longer, costs climbed, factories closed, and some cars were simply left behind. In the remote bush, where roads vanish into the horizon and help is hours away, abandoned cars tell a different story, of endurance, of decay, and of time stopping still. Here, far from city lights and fuel pumps, lies one of Australia's most remarkable automotive secrets. What started as a working property, remote Outback Station, became a resting place for over 50 classic cars. Models once prized, now silent. Why were they left? What made the owners walk away? Every car has a story. A Holden Kingswood, once king of the highway. A Ford Falcon GT, once the muscle champion. Now stationary in the dirt. Listen closely. You might still hear the echoes of engines that once thundered. This place represents more than rust and wrecks. It stands as a monument to change. Industrial change, cultural change, and the ever-moving wheels of time. Meet the old Holden Ute, once the workhorse of farmers and tradesmen. Load it up, hit the dirt roads, haul the gear. Now, its bed is empty, the tailgate sagging, echoes fading. And here, a Ford Falcon GT, the kind of car that made hearts race, a legend. But here it sits, stripped of glory, paint blistering, engine cold. Then this panel van, maybe it delivered goods or chauffeured families to the beach. Now it's nature's canvas, grasses through the windows, rust growing like vines. Who left them here? Some say the owners moved on. Some say the long distances, high costs, and remote isolation forced the decision. But for us, walking among them today, we're walking among ghosts of Australia's golden automotive age. Greater than Australia's manufacturing era is fading. Factories shuttered. Globalization took its toll. The roads that once carried our muscle cars now carry massive freight. And the remote homesteads, the stations, they don't need the same vehicles anymore. The bush has begun to reclaim what was once ours. Steel becomes dust. Engines become silent. But in that silence, there's a story of what we once valued and what we left behind. These cars are not just junk. They are time capsules, markers of a culture, and reminder that nothing stays on the move forever. The reasons for their abandonment are as harsh as the land itself. Extreme temperatures, isolation, and distance make recovery nearly impossible. A single breakdown out here could mean hundreds of miles from help. And sometimes it's easier to walk away. With every passing year, the desert takes them piece by piece, paint peeling, metal rusting, glass shattering. They become relics, monuments of time, half buried and half forgotten. But even as they fade, these rusting machines whisper stories of explorers, travelers, and dreamers who once believed they could conquer the outback. And somewhere out there, nature slowly reclaims what humans left behind. Oil and metal meet sand and wind, creating strange beauty in decay. these cars are not just junk. They are time capsules, markers of a culture, and reminder that nothing stays on the move forever. Greater than, if you ever find yourself roaming the Australian Outback, pause. In the town of Katherine lies one of the most haunting places in Australia, a car graveyard where dozens of forgotten vehicles rest beneath the open sky. Some have been here for decades, their engines silent, their stories lost. Locals say, if you listen closely, the wind carries the echoes of the past, drivers who once chased the horizon and never looked back. But the Outback remembers, every car, every dent, every mile, now part of its legend. These rusting classics are more than abandoned metal. They are history, frozen in time, a reflection of Australia's pioneering spirit. So tell me, have you ever stumbled upon an abandoned car in the wild? Share your story below, because every car left behind has a tale waiting to be told. This is Crypt, and this was Lost Australian Classics, the forgotten cars buried in the Outback.